Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Monday night / Tuesday morning, Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. Bitcoin has been disappointing. It's sort of sitting at support, 64,000. Made a couple of moves since our last Zoom call a few days ago, but has not been able to break 70K with any force at all. So it's just kind of bouncing in a tight range in the low 60s, low to mid 60s. So let's go to the charts, check it out. And President Trump's tariffs were shot down by the Supreme Court. That may have something to do with the malaise of the markets. Anyway, here we are, Bitcoin 1 day chart. You can see we're hanging around the support area from earlier this month. Didn't quite make it all the way down to 62.9, 64.1, where we are now. Ethereum dropped a little more percentage-wise, down around 1800 to 1850, and that seems to be the support area as well. So will these hold? Will we get a bounce? That's the question. This kind of activity can be good for day trading. I've had success with shorts the last 10 days or so. We'll talk about that a little later, but when I see a move, more than a couple percent, I usually do a short. And shorts can be dangerous. It's harder to money manage those, but so far so good for me. Though I'm stuck in a long on Link. It's a few weeks old. So that's the big picture type issues. I was looking for more detail through Twitter, my email subscriptions, other than the President Trump tariffs. I didn't really see anything other than basic macro risk, fear of risk, things like that have been going on for weeks and months now. Again, sort of just the sentiment is down both in the ETFs and among retail investors. So yeah, all the markets are dipping a bit. Though crypto bubbles is mostly positive. So this is a little indicative of a bit of a bounce, but not huge. This coin Pippin I was looking at briefly. We'll check that out in a moment. But most of the coins are just moving up a little bit. I do the sort here by the day, column. Yeah, other than Pippin, they're all single digits and pretty low, around between 1 to 3%. But again, if you're willing to take some small moves, these conditions can be profitable. So we will look at some of those options shortly. Yeah, Pippin we were going to look at. It's got this big fat bubble here. I'd never looked at this coin before. I'm here on my day chart, day trading layout, supply and demand visible range for support and resistance, relative trend index or RTI for entries and alerts, and cumulative delta for occasional confirmation. But this Pippin just seems to be chopping above the 80 on the RTI. So the last time it dipped below the 20, it made a really nice move. That was last week. Or no, I'm sorry, that was Saturday, just a couple days ago. So yeah, here's the big move over right at about 40%. Dip below the 20 and broke back up. So that's a nice dip and retrace. um, on Pippin, and it's on more exchanges than I thought, including Blowfin, which I've been promoting lately. You don't need KYC or a VPN to access Pippin from pretty much anywhere. So if you struggled to make some of the trades that I talk about, you might want to check out that exchange. And I forgot to put the link in the chat. It's if you're watching on the recording, there's a link in the pinned comment. So, or just email me at cryptocj13@gmail.com. I'll send you my link, and I think we'll both benefit. Okay, so that's Pippin as a day trade. Well, let's go through an alert. Right click on the RTI. You can select crossing up on the 20 if you're looking for a swing trade, or I'm sorry, yeah, a long trade. That would be the one to do. If you want to trade both directions, that's what I usually do. Select show more. That's not cooperating. Here we go. And entering a channel, 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. Message, I usually choose my information source, crypto bubbles, notifications, notifying the app on my smartphone. Toast notification would be a pop-up on my laptop. Play a sound also on my laptop. And I like 3 notes reverb for my day trade. So click create and you're good to go. And the rectangle showing there. And the alert is showing there. So got a couple of leftover alerts from yesterday. All right. So that's the alert on Pippin as a day trade. As a swing, let's go to the 1 hour chart. And we have a buy signal from the SuperTrend and the Trendilo LSMA, which I use for confirmation, pointing almost straight up. So these are two good indications, but we're at resistance on the 1 hour chart. So we'll go to longer time frames, try the 4 hour, and also at resistance on the 4 hour. This might be at an all-time high. Yeah. 8 hour day chart. Yeah, so this one's at an all-time high. And so if you want to trade this on a long, you probably want to see it break this area here, this resistance area, and that's right about 77 cents. So you could set an alert there. If it breaks with some force, it's on the price discovery, and those can be pretty profitable. It's not really how I trade. I like the dips and the retraces, but a lot of people use the strategy and have success with it. But so price alert above the red zone, and if it breaks through with some force, that could be a good trade. Okay, so let's go back to crypto bubble, see what else we got. Uh, Chili's, which I like because it does a lot of this. Let's check it out. That should be on my list. Go back to the day trade layout, and it's below the 80, trending up, broke above the 20 and the 50. Yeah, made a nice move above the 20. Right about here. 3%. It's a pretty good day trade. So yeah, let's set an alert here. Entering a channel, 80-20. We are good to go. Got my rectangle. My alert is there. Got 4 alerts for today. It's usually what I do between 3 and 5. And we'll see if any of these pop off. If so, I will look at the chart, look at Bitcoin, and if the market's trending that direction, that's the trade I usually take. All right, swing trade. All right, so on the 1 hour chart, I do like that Chili's is at support, and we have the Trendilo LSMA pointing up slightly, but we don't have a buy signal yet from the SuperTrend. So that's an easy alert to set. Right click on the SuperTrend, and you can leave it on direction change if you want to trade both directions. Probably choose a buy in this situation, and then you know the rest. So that is your swing trade alert. And once it triggers, probably around here somewhere, your retrace potential is 14% in 5 days. It's a pretty good swing trade. Yeah, I like it. All right, well, that's crypto bubbles. Let's go to our next free source of information, which has been CoinGecko. And we will sort by the 24-hour column. And we'll see some overlap. Aave. Zcash is something I've traded more frequently than usual, but okay, I got a chat comment. Okay, Robin's here. Hello, Robin. All right, let's look at Zcash. Yeah. Okay, so Zcash is hanging around the 20 on the RTI, but it hasn't dipped below it yet. We did get a nice move last time it did, which is here. And, 7% in 10 hours. That's a really good day trade. And then it dove after it dipped below the 80. So it behaved correctly each time. Yeah, came down 5%. So both of the things I like to track happened and did well. So we'll set up another alert. It's probably be my last one. Entering a channel. 80-20. CoinGecko. Click create. And good to go on Zcash. All right, let's go look at the swing trade. And it's all negative, but we are at support. So yeah, this is another one we can set an alert on the SuperTrend, catch the next buy signal, and probably happen right around here. 17% in 5 days. It's kind of like the Chili's chart we looked at. Looks good. All right, so that's Zcash. Let's look at some others. Arbitrum. It is on my list. Okay. Go to my day trading layout and just below the 80. Big dip here, pretty good recovery. On Sunday. Yeah, 4%. A dip, about this, probably 2 or 3%. Yeah, so this is another one you can follow. It looks pretty similar to the last couple we looked at, so I'm going to pass on an alert. But if you're interested in this, right click on the RTI and set it for either the both directions or or a spot trade breaking above the 20. So let's look at the swing trade option. Yeah, it looks like okay. Well, we've got better indicator action here. The Trendilo is pointing up. We're at support, but we don't have a buy signal yet. When we do, I kick in right about here, and 13% in 5 days. So these are starting to look pretty familiar or similar. There's pretty good swing trade setups and day trade setups on this. When there's a big dip, Bitcoin dropped about 4 to 5% over the weekend, and the market's still trying to recover from that. Okay, so that was CoinGecko. Let's look at CoinMarketCap sentiment and we'll wrap it up. All right. Bullish, Caspa Chainlink. This is the coin I'm stuck in. Like to see this one make a big move up. XRP, Solana, Hype, Pepe, Ethereum, number 8, HBAR, Doge. So we'll look at a couple of these. Bearish sentiment, Trump is down. Pippin. People might think that one moved too fast and it's due for a retrace. Atom. All right, so these are coins you might want to consider shorting and longs on this side. But again, it's just a group of it's what a group of traders think. Sentiment can be useful, but I prefer to look at the technicals as well. So let's look at Link. It's a little self-serving. Actually, I haven't looked at this yet this morning. Okay. It's close to support on the 15-minute chart, my day trade layout. It's dip below the 20. It's right out the 20 on the RTI. Yeah, last time got about almost a 3% move up. This one was a fake out. This dipped below the 20, then it broke, then it dipped again. So it's probably still be in that trade. But you might want to set the alert. Well, it's already broken above the 20. So let's look at Bitcoin and 15-minute chart. Red candle drifting down. So a little bit, yeah, nothing really definitive on whether to get in now or not. So you might want to set an alert, see if it dips again, and catch that additional price action. Okay, so that's the day trade. Let's go look at the swing. Not looking good, other than it's at support with a green candle on the 1 hour chart. So it might be trying to recover. Yeah, probably set that SuperTrend alert. Maybe it goes off right about here. And 6%, 5 to 6%. That's not a very good recovery. I like the others we looked at as opposed to this one. So probably pass on that one as a swing. But it looks pretty good as a day trade. Okay, so that's a link. Look at one more. Hype. H bar. Pi. I looked at Pi before. Okay, it's on a lot of exchanges. It's on MaxC, which is I think that's one you don't need KYC, but you have to use a VPN.
Yes, you're right on that.
Okay. Haven't used it in a while, but okay, so we're above the 80 on the RTI on the day trade layout. So if this is something you can trade on a exchange that allows futures, it's due for a short. The last time it looked like this was, yeah, back on Friday, and made a pretty good move down, as you can see, almost 8%, a little over a day. So good potential move there. And then it made a nice move when it broke below the 20 and recovered. And it was volatile, but 4% move up. So this is one you can set an alert for both directions, and maybe get 2 or 3 trades off of it, a 24-hour period. So I kind of like that. Okay, and then this is swing. Okay, we have a buy signal on the super trend. Trendio's pointing up, and we're at support. So 2 red candles at the moment. 16% in 4 days. That's the best one we've seen so far. So Pi Network might be the one on the swing chart or swing trade. And that one is ready to go now, but do your own research. What's Bitcoin doing on the 1 hour chart? Yeah, Bitcoin is not supporting really any move to the upside at the moment. I mean, there's a green candle, but it's small. It's at support. Um, but we're not seeing a enthusiastic endorsement by Bitcoin of really any time frame. So that's about all I have for day trades and swing trades today. This most of the setups had at least one of those, and some had two. So um, even though we've had some negative news in the markets and the trend's been down, I do see a lot of opportunities here. Um, yeah, Robin is lamenting over his GRT trade. Sounds like my link trade. Um, so that's about all I have. You guys have anything you want to look at or um, any issues to discuss before we wrap it up? Okay. Well, thanks for attending. If you're watching on the replay, I appreciate that, though I'd rather see you live. Check out the opportunities in the pinned comment and the Blowfin link to if you need to access an exchange for trading both directions. That could be the one for you. Um, I'll let you go, and we will see you later in the week. Have a good trading week. Bye.